All right, I'm trying something new this time to see if it'll actually work. Also, damn, the lighting is not very good here. I have the place to myself for the evening, so I thought it'd be, God damn, my hair also. God, I had the place to myself this evening, so I thought it'd be a good chance to test out live streaming on this new camera I've got attached to my laptop, and to sort of make an update for the webcomics. I was going to make a video, but I think this is kind of the easiest way to make an update, and YouTube automatically saves these, so I can just link them into the comics when I'm done. Although the drawback is that I can't edit these, or I suppose I can, but I'm not going to. This is also a live stream, so it could be that people turn up and make comments or what have you. So if anything like that happens, I might react to questions if they come in, because I have 7 subscribers. I don't expect anyone to actually turn up from the notifications. So that's, if they do, awesome. I would really welcome that, but I'm not expecting that. This is me kind of using this as a recorder more than anything else. And it's also, what I'm going to try and do simultaneously is I'm going to try and do a bit of work while I stream, because this is something I'd like to try and do a little more in future, because thankfully, I nearly got the studio sorted down the basement. And it's my hope that from there, I will have more opportunities to make videos, because right now I have the house to myself, so I can record, but like otherwise I wouldn't really have the opportunity. So I'm up here in the sitting room right now. Normally that wouldn't be possible, because there'd be people here, and I don't want to to interrupt them or anything like that. But in future with the studio, won't be a problem, because I'll be sharing that with Anna, and then that'd be like easy enough to set up a recording down there. So that's what we're going to do in the future. But I wanted to take this opportunity to basically give some updates to everyone reading the comics about what is happening, and just in my own sort of misguided way of giving reassurance that things will continue. Because like I've said before in previous videos or previous updates, when someone like me makes webcomics that becomes so infrequent with their updates, it's usually a sign that the webcomic's about to die, due to lack of ambition, lack of ideas, life in general, stopping them from updating. And I find myself in the lucky position where I can't update my webcomics as often, because I'm in so many comic projects at once. And it's sort of a happy sort of problem. It's kind of thing that I am actually delighted about, but I'm also feeling very guilty, because I have my wonderful webcomic readers who I feel I owe updates every week to, out of more of an obligation, the fact that you guys have stuck with me so long through so much nonsense, and you still like it, you still like the characters, and I have every intention to continue. It's just that I have to push the brakes every few weeks when I have. Right now I'm working on Last Day. In a few more weeks, I'll probably start into Coffee Party, later than usual, unfortunately. But it's my hope now, in the near future, that things are about to get a little faster. And part of that is my setup. So I'm going to attempt to move this camera without ruining the whole setup, which I probably will do. But I'll give you a little kind of sneak. Let me just move things around a bit before I do that, because I'm now a little self-conscious about what you can look at. Okay. So connected to my computer, I got myself one of those digital drawing tablets. I managed to scrape a bit of money together. The kind of the ultimate goal usually for this kind of thing is the likes of a Cintiq 22-incher. Those things are immensely expensive. So I didn't want to go for something like that straight away, in case I really didn't like digital drawing. So I found a cheaper option, which is actually not at all bad. And I'll give you a look now. Let's see. So this here, I'm trying to keep the focus on the device itself. This is my XP Pen 15-inch, XP Pen Pro 15-inch. Didn't cost too much compared to the others. Still cost a bit of money, so I had to save it for it. But it's I've managed to configure it to work for a left-handed person. So you see, I've had to flip the controls over so I can use my right hand on this dial here. And, there we have Naomi in there. I really like messing with the dials on these. I'm a massive fan of the digital stylus. The thing is, I do normally digitally ink, and let's see, I'll get my inking layer here. And of course, the whole thing's going to hell as soon as I show everyone my screen, because of course it does. All right, undo, a stylus tool. Let's see. I'll find a inking layer, for example. Where is my inking layer? Of course, I can't find an inking layer because everyone's watching. I'll take the pencil there. What I love about this is that you can very easily switch over to various different tool types, and if I do this and hit the undo button, it's so much easier. The thing is, when I ink traditionally, I make all kinds of sloppy mistakes, and it's just horrible. And with this digital tablet, and I think this kind of feature is the same on a lot of digital tablets, I undo a lot of my mistakes so much better. But one thing that kind of disappoints me, or more point disappoints myself, is that I always kind of assume that if I had gone for a digital tablet, that a lot of my mistakes could be corrected by this digital tablet, so the vectorization and everything. It turns out a lot of my bad habits followed me. And so my inking in digital form is just as sloppy in many cases, so I have to really work on that. So it kind of goes, it's kind of a positive and negative. It's a positive that all of my styling followed over to the digital form, but so I don't have to, it does seem natural still to use this digital stylus. It's just that I still need to work on my style. So it's not a magic bullet. It does, however, give me some options, and it speeds up the process, because I can I make a pencil layer in a different color. I ink it, and I do all of that in the computer, on the tablet. And I don't have to do like a pencil stage, inking, wait for inking to dry, scan, then render. It's all in one platform. So I don't have to mess around and import here, move there, rescale. That's usually a problem. A lot of issues I tend to have is that if I have the paper at the wrong angle, then everything starts to look weird once I scanned it. That's not apparent in the digital. Also, I can resize things I've drawn so much easier. So sometimes I get the scale wrong, but I've drawn something right, like a face, and I think this face is great, but it's completely wrong scale. I can just rescale it in the drawing. The thing is, before I had this, I had to use my mouse and keyboard, and you can use your mouse and keyboard for a lot of this, but the effectiveness of that isn't all the best. So there's that. So there's that thing. I think for this, I mostly wanted to just reassure that I am going to come back to back office and bad art. Like back office in particular, we are so close to the conclusion of the comic. Like, I have 2 chapters after Reversing the Wind that are focused primarily on Karen and Mike's, let's say, relationship, because I'm going to spoil a few things if I say that, but something regarding them. And following that is sort of the finale special, because with back office, I've always planned a finale, and I've mentioned this one previously too. And it's a finale that will tie together everything that's happened so far in the comic. It's something that I hope will give the entire back office comic more readability, because I know people sometimes like to reread the entire back office comic, and I'm really pleased that it has reread value. But it's my hope and sort of my intention, and you're going to see this later on, I think, that you're going to see that there are things I've placed all over the comic that were designed for you to notice on a final reread. I'm not going to give you too many details there. People still haven't guessed a few of the things I've thrown in there, and I've made them very apparent too. And I'm like, haven't spotted it yet. A few people have come close. Guesses come close. Not a lot of the people have realized what's actually happening yet, and that's kind of part of the fun. It's sort of an evil game, really, because I kind of get annoyed by people who do that sort of mystery box style of story writing, where it's like, oh, you can't guess the end, and the end will be a surprise, and the surprise is lame, and the whole season's ruined. I'm kind of hoping not to do that. I'm hoping it's kind of like, oh, right, so that's what's going on, sort of reveal, and then you're like, that's awesome, I like that. Well, that's my hope anyway. We'll see what happens when I do actually finish back office. But we're still a few years from there. And that's a bit of a problem, because Bat in the Art needs to continue too. Bat in the Art updates, I think, will come sooner than back office because, maybe not, we'll see, because I did pencil a lot of the last pages of the current chapter. And I'm thinking of scanning them and then using the digital method to finish them, which I'm hoping will do it better. I might completely digitally complete the back office chapter without actually drawing on paper. I'm still going to do paper drawing, but I think doing a lot of this digitally makes it a lot easier to compact the work. Like the challenge is that every year I now have 2 chapters for the publisher, 1 chapter for Coffee Party, and then how much time have I got left before I sort of burn out? And that's the thing you have to avoid too, because this is still fun, this is still challenging, this is still also my hobby above all else. So I have a full-time job and family life and everything. So getting all that together and having a very regular update schedule for the webcomics is not easy. But I'd like to at least make a sort of stability in the updates. Like, I had a goal of doing 2 chapters a year, but I think I have to reassess that to be 2, a chapter, maybe divided in 2 for each comic each year. And I'd like to do more than that. And if I get better at this digital stuff, I might be able to do this faster. I know that once I've finished back office, I can do Bat in the Art chapters faster, because Bat in the Art's going to last much, much longer than back office. And that's something I need to work out. I did notice I had 1 viewer there a second ago, but they went away just as quick. That might have been me. I'm not sure. I'm not going to stick around too long just to see if anyone comes online. What I would probably do soon is I'm going to wrap this up in the next minute or so, because I'm going to try and continue this last day work. I'm going to work into the night to try and get a lot of this finished. I'm still not finished. Deadlines with publishers. You kind of careful what you wish for, sort of thing. You know, you spend years being an amateur web cartoonist, and then you suddenly find out that, oh, right, publishing requires deadlines that are real. It's like, you wanted this, you moron. Why did you want this? But it's awesome. It is awesome to be knowing that I'm doing this kind of thing too. So, yeah, I actually went to my first, it was a convention, sort of convention, because you still have Corona situation here in Norway, where it was an open air convention, where I was doing signings of, oh my God, this is not good for camera. This is Rock On Volume 1, where we had last day. I really thought, this is the thing. Let's see, can I bring up last day? Can I bring up a good page of last day that's visible on camera? I'll have to check. So in last day, we got Naomi. This is available in Norway, but only in Norway at the moment. I have to figure out a way to get around that. You can order on outland.no, and they'll ship to anyone in Norway. Otherwise, you have to go to an Outland shop, which isn't a bad thing. As I've mentioned in previous videos, it's an awesome place to go. They have a new one in Oslo too, really big. But they can't ship outside Norway. I'd kind of hoped that readers could order and have it shipped, but they can't. But we actually, you can see my copy is signed. I'm doing signings. I signed stuff that people wanted, which is, maybe I devalued it now. I don't know. I kid. But it's weird that I've actually gone to a thing, like a comic thing, and given out signed copies of work I'd been involved in. Like, we all signed it. And I met the rest of the Rock On gang, and they're all very cool. I'm not worthy of being in that collection of people. But it was a really awesome experience. The day was great. A lot of people had fun. It was really sort of, it's the first proper thing after massive lockdown from Corona. And I think it showed. People were having loads of fun. And I met the whole Rock On crew, and I met Eden from Coffee Party. She was there. That was kind of awesome. And yeah, good times were had by many, it seems, as cliche as that sounds. Yeah, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. What I can tell you at the moment is that I'm rushing to finish last day. I'm probably going to take a break because burning out is not a good thing, and quality will go to hell. Then this comic will stop, and I don't want that because I want to keep doing it forever. I might not get to do it forever, but I'll try my best to get as close to there as I can. I'm also going to hope that the sound quality for this was good, because I can see there's only 2 dots on the sound volume. So yeah, let's see how well this goes. And I will try very best to update you again when I've started working on back office Badney things. I still need to plan Coffee Party pages, but I'm going to do it digitally. Everything digitally. I'm going to do it fast. I'm going to try and do it fast and good, if those 2 things are possible at the same time. If they are, I can do that with the other products. Maybe. And color. Maybe not. We'll see. I've never been good at color on paper, but digitally I might be able to do something less horrible, maybe, or at least more often. Especially maybe for like special cover pages, perhaps. We'll give that a shot. But I'm rambling now, so I'm going to end the stream here. And yeah, hope. Thank you for your patience. If you're reading the comics and you're waiting for the date, I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a good evening or afternoon or wherever you are at this time, and I'll see you next time.